A girl named Nicola drowned at the Caribbean island of Antigua in the summer of 2012 after she was trapped in quicksand, Kumunoy. Nicola was 33-year-old and she has 2 children. She flown out to a luxury resort on the Caribbean island to attend her father's second marriage. She met some friends for drinks at the bar, but as her friends left for dinner, Nicola went for a walk on the beach to watch the sunset. However, Nicola got stuck in a quicksand. The light faded and the water level started rising. Even though in the past, visitors had reported problems with quicksand, wala pa rin nilagay ng mga warnings doon sa beach. Family, friends, and resort staff started to desperately look and search for Nicola after her sandals and her phone were discovered in the bar area. Rescuers heard Nicola screaming but failed to find her in the pitch black darkness. Walang ilaw, it was totally black. The tide was rough and the water level, as I've said, was high. By the time na nalocate nila si Nicola malapit sa shoreline, nalunod na siya. She already drowned and passed away. In February 2019, Ryan OSMUN and his girlfriend, Jessica McNeill, were hiking through an area known as the subway route of Zion National Park in Utah. The couple had been using a stick to gauge which areas of a riverbed were safe to cross. At some point, while they were crossing, Jessica fell forward on her hands and knees and slowly lumulubog siya because it was a quicksand. Ryan told her to stay calm and then helped her get out. However, nung tinutulungan na ni Ryan si Jessica to get out of the quicksand, he also gotten stuck and was no longer able to free his right leg. So yung right leg ni Ryan ay nakalubog na din doon sa Kumunoy. Kinuwento ni Ryan na it felt like being trapped in quick-drying concrete. The couple had tried to use various anchoring points, including Jessica's own body, but it didn't work. Jessica was able to get out of the quicksand, and she was forced to abandon him to hike back and find a cell phone signal because doon sa area kung saan nandun yung Kumunoy, there was no cell service. Ang sabi ni Jessica, it was the most difficult decision she'd ever had to make. Jessica was unsure if she would be able to complete the hike alone or if she will be able to see Ryan again. After 3 hours of trekking, Jessica found park rangers to assist in the rescue efforts for Ryan. After 7 hours, they were able to locate Ryan, and during this time, Ryan started to suffer from exposure and muscle damage because his leg was in constant contact with cold water. According to Ryan, he thought that he would ultimately require an amputation on his right leg. Fortunately, hindi siya nangyari. It took the Rangers 2 hours of combined work in conditions of falling snow and 17-degree Fahrenheit temperatures to extract Ryan from the quicksand. After nung rescue, there was a snowstorm. So, ang ginawa ng Rangers at ni Jessica at ni Ryan ay mag-camp doon sa park overnight because wala silang choice. The next day, Ryan was airlifted to a hospital and he ultimately recovered. 25-year-old Robbie TESAR was taking part in a survival expedition in eastern Utah, and he spent over 12 hours trapped in quicksand. He chose to walk over a sandy area as he attempted to cross from one bank to the other. Within seconds, Robbie started to sink. Other members ng expedition tried to help him, but it was to no avail. The quicksand contained a thick clay, which acted like concrete, holding Robbie firmly in place, and he was unable to move his feet. The hikers activated an emergency alert beacon, and a helicopter was dispatched to their location. After a few hours, Robbie was up to his mid-thighs in quicksand, and the river water eventually rose to his waist. The temperatures also dropped to about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and people were concerned that he will be frozen to death. Rescuers arrived at the scene and they circled Robbie using rafts. Yung iba sa rescuers started digging Robbie out, while the others naman held on to his body to prevent him from sinking again. At around 1 a.m., Robbie was freed after spending roughly around 13 hours doon sa quicksand. Robbie was treated for cold exposure at a local hospital, and he later joined the expedition. On July 7, 2015, Jose Ray Escobedo was reported missing 2 days after he'd left to pick up a prescription, and he failed to return. On the 8th, July 8, local police received a call concerning a light blue sedan that had been parked under the San Antonio River Bridge for several days. Officers retrieved shoes and glasses from the vehicle, which later reported as belonging to 50-year-old Jose Escobedo. According to his family, he would sometimes swim in the river alone. Medyo weird yun. A helicopter performed an aerial sweep of the area but found no trace of Jose. It was only after the river was searched by boat that Jose was found, roughly 350 yards from where he'd parked his car. His lifeless body was lodged in quicksand up to the bottom of his buttocks. A coroner ruled his death as drowning. In the early days of July, the San Antonio River, upstream from where Jose was discovered, rose to 8.3 feet from an average of 5 to 6. It was believed that Jose got trapped in the quicksand and he was unable to break free, and he was drowned at the river. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching or for listening. Please like and subscribe. Please stay safe, stay home, and be a little kinder.